What's going on, everybody? It's Kanye. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you the third episode of the badge series where I'm giving you the best playmaking badges in 2K22 current gen. So, basically, I've already made two videos. This is the third episode. The first two, we did obviously the finishing and then the shooting. So those videos are up. So please don't hesitate to go check those out. And if you enjoyed those two videos and you're going to watch this one, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot and I have a lot of fun making these videos for y'all. But that being said, let's get into the build tester and give a 30 badge playmaking build so we can break this thing down. All right, guys. So now we're over here in the build tester. We got a 30 playmaking badge build here so I can break down all these badges for you. We're going to do it the same way as before, where we do a tier list. So it's no badge versus all the way through gold. Gold is an essential badge, and down from there is going to kind of, obviously be a ranking system. Silver better than bronze, bronze better than no, you know that. But we're going to go through all these and I'll explain what they do and what situations they're good in and why you might equip them. But yeah, so let's get started. So ankle breaker, I'm giving it a bronze. It's a fun badge to have. You definitely don't want to put it on unless you have extra badges. It's by far not essential. But if you're an ISO player and you want to get some cool, clips, snap some people off, put them down, bro, you want to use ankle breaker. So that's why I put it on bronze. Bailout, I'm going to give it a silver. You really only need to run this badge on bronze. Actually, let's make it a bronze in. You only really need to run this badge on bronze, but I highly recommend it just because, if you find yourself in a position where you thought you were taking an open shot and midway into the shot, you're like, oh shoot, I'm not open. You can dot that thing out to somebody. If you don't have bailout on, it's really hard to make those passes, even if they're simple passes. So it's good to have bailout at least on bronze. Break starter. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a bronze as well. It could be a no badge because if you're on a big man with a high pass accuracy, it's not really necessary. But if you're on a big man with a low pass accuracy, go ahead and throw break starter on bronze. It'll make it easier to make outlet passes. Bullet passer, we're gonna give it an essential badge this year. You can run it as low as silver, so it could technically be a silver tier, but since it's an essential badge for making good passes, I would put it on gold. I'm gonna rate it gold. You can run it as high as Hall of Fame if you want, but it's really only necessary on gold or silver. But yeah, so that's a good badge this year. It's an essential badge this year if you want to make good passes and not have them get picked off. Dimer, gonna give it bronze. Dimer's a good badge from the aspect of, if you want to boost a guy with a really low 3-point rating when you pass to him, obviously this is going to help with that. The superior badge to Dimer is floor general. Floor general boosts everyone on the court with you, not just the person you pass to. So Dimer kind of takes a backseat to floor general. I think the boost for Dimer is a little bit higher, which is why some people run it. But yeah, so in this year's game, right, you can shoot with as low as like a 55 3-ball or a 52 3-ball, and you can still get a green animation. So if you got a guy like that on your team that's got a mid-50s 3-ball, if you have floor general and Dimer and you're throwing to them, they're probably going to be actually able to green pretty consistently. That being said, I'm still going to give Dimer the bronze rating just because there's a lot of other badges you need ahead of it. Downhill, I'm not going to rate. This year, fast breaks, if you get on a fast break, the extra speed to your ball handling, it could be necessary. If you're on a big man, you're on the fast break, I understand that. You don't want to get chased down by a guard. But overall, most of the time, you're going to be fine. If you're on a break like that, you normally already have a step or two ahead of the guy behind you, and you just do a safe dunk, quick drops off one, and you're fine. So I'm not going to give that one a badge. Floor general, going to give it a silver. Run it on Hall of Fame if you can. Obviously, the boost goes up the higher it gets. So if you have Hall of Fame floor general, everyone around you's got like a +4 boost to all of their shooting ratings. So like if I had a 73, it's now a 74 if this thing's on Hall of Fame. So that's great. That's a really good one. Glue hands, run it on bronze. This just improves your catch animations. It also is what allows you to put the ball on the floor quicker after you catch it. So you don't want to run it too high because it can cause issues with your catch and shoot game. I had friends that tried to run it on gold or silver or gold, and they found themselves catching the ball and putting it on the floor without even moving the stick. So just run it on bronze and allow you to make those catches and get you in a better position to shoot quicker off of passes that may not be as accurate as they need to be. So run that on bronze. Handles for days. If you're a point guard, it's an essential badge. So we're going to go ahead and rate it essential. If you want to run the one and be able to handle the ball effectively, you need to run handles for days. Now you can run it however high or low you want, but you don't want to lower your stamina so much trying to do dribble combos and then lose the ball. So I'd run it pretty high. I run it on gold or Hall of Fame on all of my point guard builds. Hyperdrive, I'm going to give it a bronze. This is for guys that like to attack the rim off the dribble, or if you're on the break and there's a couple people between you, this is really good for that. So if you're in turbo and you're going fast down the court, this is going to allow you to make those dribble moves easier without losing the ball. You can run this as high as you want. I'll give it a silver actually than a bronze because it is a pretty good badge for ball handlers that like to, run a gun with their play style. Needle threader, I'm not going to rate it. I don't use it this year. I don't really think you need it this year. If you got bullet passer high enough, it's not really a necessity now. I mean, I'm sure it can help, but I don't really see where they nerfed interceptor. I don't really see a need for using it, so I'm not going to give it a rating. Post playmaker, I'm going to give it a bronze rating. So if you're on any big man build and you don't have yellow in your pie chart, you can't get floor general or dimer, but you can get post playmaker. So this means if you're on a big man build and you're down in the paint and you get the ball fed to you in the post and you get doubled, if you do a kick out from the post, it's going to boost that player's shot. So that's what's nice about this. If you're a dominant big and you have extra playmaking badges, throw it on post playmaker, because after you dunk on the center's head a few times, you're going to start drawing double teams from guards trying to strip you. That's when you kick out and you get a boost to your teammate's shot when they shoot from your kick out pass. So if you have extra playmaking badges as a big man, throw it on post playmaker and help your teammates out. Quick chain, essential badge, just like handles for days. If you want to be an effective point guard, you got to be able to chain your dribble moves together, get those good combos, get those good speed boost animations. So you definitely want to run quick chain as high as you can. I also want to point out that I'm pretty sure I saw a video that to speed boost, you do it after your third dribble move. So you go into 3 dribble moves. On your third one, you're going to be able to boost out of it. So set up your combos to where out of that third move you can boost. Quick first step, gold again, essential badge for any player. Any player, any build you make, I recommend putting quick first step as high as it can go, because that's what's going to allow you to make those drives to the rim. It's going to allow you to, put the ball on the ground, get moving quick. It's going to up that acceleration with the ball in your hand. So quick first step, essential badge to be a quick guard or a quick big. Space creator, bronze, very similar to ankle breaker. So space creating moves are like the step backs or like the step backs or like a hop step. So any of your space creating jump shots, your shot creating shots, where you do a hop jumper or a spin jumper, the space creator is going to help with that. And you can actually get ankle breaker animations using space creator if you do space creating moves. So, depending on if you're more of a straight up ISO guy and you're trying to get to the rim and you don't want to use space creating moves, get ankle breaker up. If you use more space creating moves like snatchbacks and side steps and hop steps and spin jumpers, go with space creator. Special delivery, I'm going to put that as a silver. This badge is really, really good. It not only boosts your ability to throw lobs and helps you can complete those lobs, it's also really good for giving a boost to your teammate's takeover. So for example, the higher you run special delivery, when you throw your teammate a flashy pass and they score off that flashy pass, they're going to receive a takeover boost. So I tested it with some of my buddies that I run with. I ran special delivery on Hall of Fame, and my friend was able to get team takeover in 3 shots off of flashy passes. So I threw him a flashy pass 3 times, and he scored off that flashy pass, and he got team takeover after the 3rd shot went in. So special delivery can be really overpowered in getting your team takeover or boosting your teammates takeover. Not to mention, if you want to throw self lobs, I know that's not a big thing, but just to note it and put it out there. If you want to throw self lobs, I'm pretty sure you have to have special delivery at least on bronze to complete those. They may have changed that, but I know I saw that somewhere when the game first came out. Stop and go, I haven't seen a lot of people running stop and go this year. You definitely can. I'm not going to give it a rating because I don't use it, but that's a decent one to have. Tight handles, I'm going to give a silver as well. It's kind of in the same range as hyperdrive. Depending on the type of player you are, if you're you come down the court slow, standstill, ISOs, tight handles can help you break down your offender using your size up moves. So tight handles is another good one to have. It's not an essential like quick chain or handle for days, but it's one of those that you add depending on your play style. So play style wise, if you use a lot of size up moves, throwing tight handles is going to help you get those breakdown animations. Triple threat juke, I'm going to give it a bronze. I haven't used it very much, but what I like to use triple threat juke on is some of my big men. So like my big men builds, I like to, if I catch the ball in the corner, I can jab and spin out of that jab really fast, and that's going to allow me to get that step on the defender. So that's what triple threat juke's good for. If you like to set up your defender with a jab step from the triple threat position, you like to set up with a jab step or a side step and then drive out of it, triple threat juke's going to allow you to get those animations and get you out of those animations faster. Again, this might not be what you use on a point guard. This might be on a player that you use from a catch and shoot position. So if you're on the wing, you catch the ball and you don't have to shot immediately. You hit them with a jab. If they step back, you shoot. If they come at you, you jab out of it the opposite direction, and you're able to get to the rim quick and get a step on them. So that's why triple threat juke's good. Lastly, Unpluckable. I'm going to give it a silver rating. Unpluckable is in this like a necessary badge this year. People get ripped all the time. I always run it, no matter what build, run it at least on bronze. And if you're a primary point guard, I'd recommend running it up to silver just because you have the ball in your hands so often. And when your stamina gets low, you're more likely to get stripped. So Unpluckable on silver. But now that we've rated all of our badges, we're going to go back and I'm going to break down what you should run your badges on a 20 badge playmaking build, and then on a 30 badge playmaking build as a point guard. Now I'm going to do this all from a point guard perspective because primarily having this many playmaking badges, you're going to be up on point guard build. So if you have 20 playmaking badges, we're going to run Bullet Passer on gold. We're going to run Handles for Days on gold, Quick Chain on gold. Then we're going to run Unpluckable on silver, Bailout on bronze, Glue Hands on bronze. We will run Special Delivery on Hall of Fame, and then we will run Floor General on gold. So actually, I take that back. We're going to run Quick for Step on gold. So some options. This is 20 playmaking badges. Now, some options you have if you want to move this around. If you don't have Hall of Fame playmaking badges, obviously you'd have one left over. Throw this on, Hyperdrive, Tight Handles, Space Creator, or Ankle Breaker based on what your preferred play style is. Mine would probably be Hyperdrive. Also, if you don't want to run Special Delivery because you don't throw flashy passes, throw it on Floor General. That'll boost all your teammates. So this is, again, 20 playmaking badges. This might be how you want to set it up. Now, if you have 30, you definitely have Hall of Fame playmaking badges. So we're going to go boom, 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 boom. And then we're going to throw our dimer up to silver. And then we can take the last four and we can Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker. We could Hall of Fame Space Creator. We could go ahead and up our Hyperdrive and then silver Tight Handles and throw one. This is probably the best bang for your buck. Or if you want to be more of a passer, you take these back off, right? And then you can throw Special Delivery on gold. It really depends. If you want to be more of a ball handler, ISO player, then make sure you get your Ankle Breaker, your Space Creator, Hyperdrive, and Tight Handles. If you want to be more of a a facilitator, then you want to do Dimer, Bullet Passer, and Special Delivery and Floor General. It really depends on the type of player you want to be. Me personally, I want to boost the teammates up. I want to make sure we're winning games, and I can't just do that myself. So I'm trying to run Floor General as high as I can to boost every player on the court. Special Delivery to get my teammates takeover. Dimer to boost their shots off my passes. So that's the kind of stuff you got to look into. You can even run these two on gold, and there's still really, really good badges on gold to give you 2 extra ones. So you can, max this out, throw this up to gold. Again, tons of options here, especially from the point guard perspective. There's really 2 schools of thought for being a point guard on this game. And some of them are primary ball handler, isolation play, get buckets. You know what badges to run. I've recommended those. And if you want to be a facilitating point guard, set your teammates up, I'll show you what badges to run for those. So, that's really up to y'all, what y'all want to be. Either way is good. No judgment to those guys that love to ISO. I like to ISO at times too. But also those guys that want to help your teammates out, respect for real. Respect to all 2K players and how y'all play. But that being said, if you want to run it up and you want to know how to best run your playmaking badges, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you tried some of the badges that I didn't give a rating to in the beginning, just let me know. Tell me what you think about them. Tell me what they're good for, and I'll test them out possibly. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We got the last video of this series coming up after this one. It's going to be the defensive badge series, so make sure you tune in for that. And if you haven't seen the first 2 videos of the finishing and shooting badges, go ahead and tune into that on my page. I'm gonna get a little playlist created so all these are in the same spot. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for participating and constantly commenting on videos, giving me ideas. And if y'all enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Shout out to all y'all that have been watching and enjoying, and thank you all my subscribers for real. With that being said, y'all get out there and keep hooping, bro. Peace.